Hey guys, in this video you're going to learn the most important steps that you need to take in order to get started selling products through Amazon FBA. My name is Rory Goddard and I'm about to share with you everything you need to know from how to set up your seller account, how to research and find profitable products that could literally make you thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars per month, to then getting that product out into the marketplace through Amazon FBA. Now, one of the most important with Amazon FBA is that you understand the entire process. You really have a good background knowledge in how it all works. So it's really important that you listen carefully to this entire video, paying attention to each of the steps and all of the information within those steps so that you can fully understand this entire process and feel confident and comfortable in finding products and getting those products out into the marketplace within Amazon. So let's get started. All right, so one of the very first steps that you're going to need to take is you're going to need to set up an account, a seller account through Amazon. So if you go down to the bottom of the page on Amazon.com under Make Money with Us, you can see you've got Sell on Amazon there. And that's going to essentially take you through to Amazon Seller Central, which is the platform from which you can join up, and then this is where you can actually create the listings for all of the products that you want to sell. So you're just going to hit Start Selling, and this is again going to take you through to Amazon Central, Seller Central. Like I said, once you log in here, or join up, this is where you're going to be able to create your listings, put in all of the product details, upload photos, and then list the products on Amazon. Now, one thing to note with signing up to Amazon Seller Central is they have two different options to sign up to. So you can sign up under an individual plan, or you can sign up in a professional plan. So the difference is that with an individual plan, you're going to be paying around $1, I think it's 99 cents every time you sell a product. So you're going to have to pay an additional $1 to Amazon every time you sell a product. This is on top of the fees that they will be taking out to do the packing and sending of your products and the storage of your products. With the professional plan, this is a $39 monthly subscription. So obviously, what you might want to do before you actually choose which option you're going to go with is follow through with step 2 first. So step 1 and step 2 can be interchangeable depending on where you are at with Amazon FBA. So if you would prefer to do your research behind which product you're actually going to be selling and find out whether you feel like you're going to be selling 40 plus of that product per month, or whether you feel like you just want to start out and just see how things go, then you might just go with that individual account. So obviously, if you feel like you're going to be selling more than 40 units per month, then you might as well go with the professional plan. All right, so let's move on to step 2. Now, step 2 is all about researching and finding profitable products. Now, there are many different techniques and certainly many different tools that you can use to help you with your research and finding profitable products. But essentially, what you want to be looking for is products that are in high demand but don't have too much competition already. Now, one of the ways that you might want to start your product research is through keywords. So finding out what sort of searches and keywords are being searched regularly on Amazon. Now, there are a few different tools that you might use for that. So one is Zon Keywords. So if we come across the Zon Keywords, so I've just got a trialing, like a free trial with them at the moment, but I'll link to that down the bottom to their free trial if you want to try it out. So what you might start off with, a broad sort of keyword. I've chosen organizer, and the reason being because there are so many different products that might be associated with that. You've got like makeup organizers, car organizers, desk organizers, so many different things that might be categorized as an organizer. And then what you can do is you can come down and have a look at different products that are related to that. You can see here you've got estimated monthly search. So Obviously, the higher the search volume, the more likely you're going to have high competition within those. So you really want to sort of go down the list. I wouldn't like completely knock any of these off your list. I'd still go through and have a good look at these products on Amazon and have a look at how many reviews these sorts of products are getting, how many competitors there are, what the price range is. So in terms of price, you want to be looking at a product, ideally when you're first starting out, to get started, you want to be looking at products between sort of that $20 to $100 range, because this is more like your impulse buying, and you're obviously going to sell a lot more products within this price range than what you would going above that. And if you go below that, then obviously what you make per sale is going to probably not going to be enough to really create a sustainable long-term business with Amazon FBA. So yeah, this is where you might start off with doing some keyword research, trying to find specific phrases that are being searched regularly, and then once you've done that, go over to Amazon and start searching these. Now, a tool that you might use within Amazon is Amazal, and what this will do is actually when you search in a product in Amazon, it will come up with details on that page of products that have a high or low potential of you being able to get into the market with those products. So like I said, identify think of like some broad keywords. Another one might be baby. You could type in baby and it will come up with a list of different keywords associated with baby and show you all of the amount of search options, the amount of searches per month, the smart score, and then you can then start to do your research within Amazon using the Amazal extension. So I'm just using the free version of that as well at the moment, but I'll link to both of those tools down the bottom. Now, another way you can look at what's in high demand is looking at the BSR, so bestseller ranking. So when you go into Amazon and you search for anything, so let's just look up desk organizer for now. You can actually get extensions that show you what their BSR is without having to click into the product. So if you come down, now this probably isn't the most ideal example, but I just wanted to show you. So this is data coming from one of these extensions. I'm not quite sure exactly which one it is. I was just trialing so many different ones while I was researching for this video, but essentially you can see down, where is it? So bestseller, so 863 in office products. So, and this is information that you can then bring over to Jungle Scout. So Jungle Scout, if you type in Jungle Scout free Amazon estimator or something like that, or you could type in junglescout.com/estimator, and then what you can do is put the bestseller ranking in here. You're likely going to be selling in the United States, but if you're selling in another country, you can change that. And then what you can do is, so this is in and then what you can do is put in the other details, so what category the product falls in, hit search, and it's going to estimate the number of sales per month for that product. So you can get an idea of actually how much that product is selling, and then you can calculate what the average or what that product is making per month, and then so they're three tools that you can use in that way. So go use Zon Keywords to start researching keywords that are being searched regularly. Then you can use Amazal to identify specific products on any page of Amazon that might be a high potential for you to start using and generating an income online, that break into the marketplace within those products. And you can also use Jungle Scout to start estimating exactly how much. So once you find a product that has that's in that sort of price range of $20 to $100, that has not too much competition, so reviews less than 200, and then you might look at the BSR and find out, and then go over and put that into here and find out how many sales that product is getting per month, and that's going to give you an indication of whether this is, all of that data is going to give you an indication of whether this product is viable, if it has the potential to be profitable for you as a beginner, breaking into Amazon for the first time. Some other things you can do is just go to the best seller list on Amazon, and again, so if you go up to the top of the Amazon page, so I think my browser slowed down a little bit for some reason, but if you go up the top here, you got best sellers, and then you can actually go through all of the different categories within and it'll show you the top 100 items selling for that category, and what you can do. And then with that Amaze Owl extension on your browser, it's actually going to identify if there's any products on that page that might be suitable for you to start selling. So, and that will be based on how many, how much the product costs, and it will be based on how many reviews the product has and how much competition there are. So, so as you can see here up on the right here, so far Amaze Owl has identified one potential product. So if we come down and try and find what that is, just to give you an example. So it's a book. If you have a look at third in books, so if we go over to Amazon Estimator and we'll put in 3 books. So that product is making 1,331 sales per month. So if we go back into and find out how much it's selling for, $18. So that product is generating 18 times 1,000 and what was it? 1,331. So if you calculate that, that's over $18,000 or $20,000 per month. So quite incredible, really. And that's just a book. Another thing to look out for when you're doing your research is horrible listings. So if you can identify a product that's in the right price range, there's enough demand and there's not too much competition, if you can find a product like that also has horrible listings. So if the listings that you click on that are some of the best sellers for that product, or some of the sellers who are selling the most for that product or recommended high within the Amazon search, if they've got horrible listings, let's say they don't have a full description of the product, or they've only got one picture of the product, if the name, the way they've put the title of the product, if all of that is horrible, then this is a real opportunity for you. So if you can go in, create a better listing than these other listings that are there, then obviously your listing is going to be preferred over there. So yeah, another thing to look out for when you're doing your research. But I think that's all I'll go over for now in terms of that. I mean, there are so many other tools out there. Jungle Scout, Seller app, there's all these different tools that give you all sorts of information from how much products are selling, how much products are making per month, the competitions, everything like that. So look into that, but feel free to just use the ones that I've recommended today. You can check them out in the link below. But let's move on to step 3. All right, so once you've identified a product that you know is going to be profitable, the next obvious step is you're going to need to find a supplier or a manufacturer of that product, and to buy that product in bulk so that you can get the cheapest price possible. So one of the sites that I recommend, and obviously this is going to depend on what product it is. You might have to be more specific in where you go to have that product manufactured and supplied. But one site that I can recommend is Alibaba.com. So it's a list of different suppliers and manufacturers, or gives you access to hundreds of different suppliers and manufacturers within all different niches. So you can go into here and search for the product that you're wanting to either have manufactured, or if it's something that's probably already supplied in the marketplace, then you can search it in here and contact the suppliers directly. Now, one thing that I will say is that, often they'll have a price range, and often it's going to be dependent on how much you're buying as to how much you can negotiate. But I definitely do recommend you negotiate as best you can to try and get the best price possible. So as you can see, they've got pet apparel and accessories, so you can see the different price ranges that they have for these different products. And like I said, I'd be trying to negotiate as best you can. And when you click into them, they also give you an idea of what the minimum order is. So this is really something, when you're choosing a product as well, you really do need to take into consideration what your budget is for getting started as well. Other things that you might want to consider are the size of the product, because Amazon will charge you more for larger products, or if you're taking up more space. So if it's a large product and you're selling it and it's a low priced item as well, then it's probably not going to add up. The margin that you're making might not be very significant. So yeah, another thing to consider in terms of deciding on the product. But yeah, once you've identified the product, you want to go and find out where you can get that product in bulk at the best price possible. And Alibaba is one place that you can look. All right, so by this stage, you've identified a product, you've identified that it is feasible in terms of the manufacturing costs or the supply costs, and now what you want to start to think about is putting together your actual listing. So going into your Amazon Central Seller account, Seller Central account, and create the listing. So you want to put as much detail as you can into your description, and you also want to have as many photos as you can to provide a full overview of what the product is, and give as much information to the customer as possible. Now, the other thing is, once you've purchased the product, once you've identified where you're going to actually get the product from, you can either organize to have the product shipped to you and then you send it to the Amazon warehouse, or you can have it actually directly sent to Amazon. So this is something that you'll have to organize within your Amazon Central Seller Central account as well. So and another thing is with the packaging. So when things are being sent to Amazon, they require very specific packaging ways of packaging. So make sure that once you've identified the product that you're going to be sending to Amazon, make sure you can contact them and discuss with them about what packaging requirements they would need, and then whether or not the supplier is able to abide by those, or whether you need to have it sent to you and then you follow through with sending it to Amazon packed the way that they need it to be packed for them. So yeah, that's essentially the next step. So step number 4 is to create the listing and then start organizing the product being sent to Amazon. Once you've set the listing up within Amazon, and once the product actually gets to Amazon, your product is then going to be listed on Amazon and people can start purchasing it straight away. All right, so there are the 4 most important steps to getting started with selling products through Amazon FBA. I really hope you got value from this video. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to pop them in the comments below. I will get back to you. Other than that, if you did get value, please hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell. I'm posting content like this regularly, so be on the lookout for that. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.